What's up guys, welcome back to Yomice, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking about Fallout New Vegas, a fantastic gaming experience. So let's not waste any time, let's get straight into the video. Now, Fallout New Vegas is set in the Mojave Desert, and it is a wasteland. Like, the world is completely destroyed, and this game has been praised for basically being one of the best RPGs ever made, as well as just being one of the best Fallout games in the series. And getting into this game, I was really excited to get into the world of Fallout New Vegas and the Mojave Desert, because yeah, I really wanted to experience this true RPG game, because like I said, I've heard this is one of the best RPGs aside with Skyrim. And yeah, I mean, getting into this game was just amazing, man. I literally experienced so many things unlike any other game that I've ever played. This game was just such an experience. Just the way that the world is made and designed, and also just the atmosphere, is just crazy. This game, in the Mojave Desert, it is a wasteland, and there is danger everywhere. There are places like the Strip, or maybe just you cruising around, out in the open. And this game never lets you forget that this is a wasteland and that it's dangerous. Like, that's one of the things that I feel like they really do consistently, is that you never really forget where you are, even though you're at the Strip or you're somewhere else in the world that seems safe. You never forget that, it's very dangerous, and you just die a lot playing this game. I had like over 100 saves, which is actually crazy. Like, I never thought I would save my game so much, just because of the things that's happening. This game, like, at some points it almost feels like you're playing a horror game. This game is really good with the intensity and anxiety when you're just walking out, out in the open, because it's dangerous. Like, so many things are going to kill you in this game, and I feel like they do this really consistently. You never forget that this is a dangerous world and someone out there is going to try to kill you. Like, I have over 100 saves because of like different scenarios when I wanted to save during a fight, and it is just really amazing. I feel like this is really good as well, as well as just getting into like the choices in the games. Now, there was this one point in the story where, I could either side with Mr. House, help him out with his problems, or I could help out with Caesar. Caesar is basically the leader of the Legion, and honestly, these guys are dangerous, man. Like, I've had a few run-in with them, and they're just really dangerous. So, I was really stuck in the game. I didn't really know what to do, because, I wanted to play the good guy, because the Legion are really horrible people. Like, they are just evil, straight out evil people in this game. And so I didn't really know who I wanted to side with, but eventually, I realized that this is an RPG, and I really wanted to see what it would be like to be with the bad guys for a change. So I sided with, Caesar, and, started helping him out and took down Mr. House. But yeah, it was just really insane and really fun. you know before I took him down, I went to go destroy all the stuff that was in the vault. And yeah, like, this was something I really wasn't sure about. I honestly thought I was going to be the good guy. I mean, throughout my entire gameplay, I was the good guy. I had some pretty good karma, had some pretty good alliances with the NCR, but I wanted to be the bad guy for the change in this game. And so I went after Mr. House, disabled everything, and then finally got to the vault, and then took Mr. House out, annihilated him. And yeah, that was just one of the things that I did with Caesar. And it's really nice, being with the bad guys and all that, as well as just getting revenge on Benny. It was just really interesting and really fun as well. These guys are just straight up evil. Like, it is just insane, and I really like this. Fallout New Vegas does a really good job with blending in a lot of different aspects from different games into their world. Like I said earlier in the video, this is a wasteland. The world is destroyed. There are mutated freaks, different, like, mutated ants and spiders and different animals that have been mutated. And I feel like they bring on a lot of aspects from different games, and they blend it in really well. First, you have the survival aspect, which I feel like is really well and also really blends in with the horror in this game. With the survival aspect, there have been so many points in the game where I had near death experiences. Like, I have to say, most of the time playing this game, I was literally on like 3 bars of health, or I was near death, or I was low on ammunition. Like, there's always a survival aspect to this game. There's never a point in the game where I actually felt safe. The entire time I was kind of really scared. There's a lot of anxiety because this is dangerous. Like, this is a dangerous world and setting, and they do a really good job with reminding you that. And, just the feeling of finding shelter, a safe place to sleep, it's just really amazing. And I've played a lot of survival games, Minecraft and all that sort of stuff, but it never really felt like this. And I feel like they do this really strong with the survival aspect, as well as just the horror aspect as well. The atmosphere in the night, hearing a bunch of different creatures walking around and you can hear them, the music, everything just blends in really well, man. I have to say, they really bring these aspects really well. Other points in the game, it's sort of like an action adventure. It's fun, lots of action. But I have to say, most of the time when I was playing, there was a lot of survival aspects and horror aspects, and I really enjoyed this. It gave me a sense of like danger. I had to find shelter, and it was really nice. I really like this. Another thing that I feel like this game does really amazing that I haven't really seen in other games that was just such an experience is the freedom that you get from doing different missions, as well as just different NPCs and quests, as well as just dialogue options as well. With the Mr. House mission, when I was going to annihilate Mr. House, I got down there and basically disabled everything. The dialogue options were really nice, and this game does a really nice thing with the dialogue options. It has sort of like the good guy dialogue, the bad guy dialogue, a little bit in the middle dialogue, and it's just really amazing. Like, literally what I was thinking, what I wanted to say to Mr. House, as well as just other NPCs in the game, was literally there in the dialogue, and I feel like that is just really amazing. The different dialogues that the game has, it is awesome with the variety. And yeah, getting into the freedom and options. For this example, I was heading to the Boomers because, Caesar wanted to basically make an alliance with the Boomers and the Legion so he can have like this big group. And yeah, I had to go to them. But I bumped into this one guy who basically explained to me that it's very dangerous going into their territory because there's going to be bombings and you're not going to survive. And I could have either paid him to tell me, a secret passage so I can get to him, or I could just go in and die. So I didn't have the money, and I really thought this was it. I thought that I had to go get some caps and then come back, and that would have been really boring. And I know a few games that do this, but man, this game gives you, like, literally there's so much freedom in this game, different ways to figure things out. It is just amazing. So what I did was basically, they're firing bombs and nukes and all that stuff. So I basically got into a blind spot where I knew they weren't going to be able to get me, and it actually worked. Just being able to be that creative was just really refreshing. Like, I didn't even know it was going to work. The first few times I tried, I did die. But man, the fact that I was actually able to do that and come up with that, and that the game doesn't restrict you with its own rules, they let you just branch out, be creative, and just come up with your own things, is just really amazing. And I'd really like to see this in other games as well. This was just really amazing. Not only that, they let you be creative, and figure ways to get out of situations, which there have been a lot of times where I had to do that in this game. It is annoying, but at the same time, it's really refreshing. The game actually acknowledges that you actually did that. When I met up with the Boomers, the lady, she was actually surprised that I survived, asking questions like, how did you even survive that? And some of them actually thought I was the chosen one. So that was really nice that the game actually acknowledges being creative and all that. So it is really nice to see that in this game. It really gives a sense of freedom, being able to be creative. It is just amazing, and I really like that. I have played a few RPGs before, like Cyberpunk and a few different others, but I have to say, until I play other Bethesda games, for now, right now, I have to say Fallout New Vegas is honestly just one of the best ones. Speaking in like RPG style, with like the dialogue options, the freedom, like it is just amazing to see that the choices you make in the game affect you in this capacity, with the different dialogue options that you say. And it is just amazing. I mean, in this game, you can actually make alliances, have friends that'll have your back, and it is just really amazing. It really depends on the dialogue that you choose, whether who's going to be your enemy or your friend, or even just like your accomplice, not really friends with, but you work with them. I really like that, and it's things like that that really immerse you in this game, and I feel like they do really, really well. But that's not to say the game didn't have a few things that I didn't really like. I will admit, playing through the game, there were a few bugs with savings and basically long loading screens. There was this one loading screen that took forever, and I had to like log out of the game or something. But yeah, it was only a few bugs actually, but yeah, that sort of stuff. The gunplay and shooting isn't really that good. I did hear, beforehand getting into the game that the gunplay wasn't going to be as good as I thought it would be, but the combat is still really nice. And this game, if you haven't played it before, I strongly recommend trying it out. What it lacks in, combat and fighting, it definitely makes up in storytelling, world design, and the atmosphere in this game. It is just really amazing. But yeah, I mean, there were a lot of cool things that this game had, just the atmosphere. It was just amazing. And this is honestly a fantastic experience. I would say you have to play this game if you haven't. I definitely recommend it. It is just amazing, man. It is just amazing, and the progression as well is really nice. I forgot to mention that. But yeah, the progression in this game is really amazing as well. Starting off, with your skill level, you have a little bit of low speech, low traits, and all that, and then working your way up. Not to say that my character is like fully leveled up or anything. I would say I'm still in the mid phase of the game, but being able to just have a conversation with an NPC and persuade them and actually succeeding without having to grind XP so that you can add attributes to that skill is just really amazing. I really like the sense of progression in this game. It was really fun. So yeah, I mean, that was really nice as well. I will say this game was just really nice. It had its moments at some times where things were a bit unnecessary. For the example, it's the boomer mission. Now, although I feel like it was really nice that they let you branch out and basically be creative, I feel like the boomer thing was a bit unnecessary with the entire bombings and all that. I don't even know how they even have those. But yeah, just explain to me in the comments how they have those bombs. I don't even know where they're keeping them. But yeah, there were a few unnecessary things I feel like they didn't really have to add in the game, or just some points in the game where I got stuck. There were a lot of those. I mean, I had over 100 saves, and in those 100 saves, there were a lot of saves where I was stuck at some point. Even right now, I'm helping the boomers with their end situation. I'm currently stuck on that. But yeah, otherwise so far, it was a really fantastic gaming experience. I have never experienced all this from just one game. I mean, they just did an amazing job with this game. I will say though, the wasteland, setting, post-apocalyptic, isn't really my thing, to be honest. I really do like the game in its RPG style, but the post-apocalyptic style and basically the atmosphere, it's really nice, but personally, it's not my thing. Hopefully, there will be a Bethesda game out there that suits more of my style. There is a game that I am planning to play on this channel that I think I'll be able to enjoy and just really enjoy the world. But yeah, that's pretty much it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and recommend other Bethesda games that I might be able to play on Game Pass or anything. And if you enjoyed Fallout New Vegas, or maybe you didn't, just comment down below. And as always, I'm Dale Meister, and I'll see you guys next time.